Are you serious? Are you serious? The EU is dying. It's dying. Remember when the European Union first came? Everybody said, oh boy, here we go. Here comes the 10 horns. But folks, in reality, the EU is going to collapse. But that opens the door for a one world government, a new world order. You can't have a successful EU and have a beast, a one world government, a new world order. The Illuminati can't have that. So this experiment was just to test certain things as it relates to, let's say, currencies and what have you. But overall, it was supposed to fail so that the next phase, globalization, that's what the Luciferians want. Now, here's what they're saying today. France says people no longer want the European Union. Matter of fact, Reuters is reporting today that the European Union will die because the people do not want it anymore. French far-right leader Marine Le Pen told a rally today saying it would be replaced by a Europe of the people. What is that? Europe of the people. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. That might just be a sector of the New World Order. The European Union will die, she said, because the people do not want it anymore. Le Pen said to a loud applause, we will change for another Europe. The European ideal harmed by the Federalists will re-energize itself, reinvigorate itself in the Europe of the people and of the nations. Now, this is a populist movement to try to regain power back in Europe with the Brexit of England leaving the EU. But folks, I'm sorry, the EU is broke, busted, and disgusted. You're not just going to change names, put a new fresh coat of paint on the sign, and all of a sudden it's called the Europe of the people. It's not going to work. The ideology would have to change, and that would have to be more free market, more capitalistic. They're not going to do it, even though they say they are capitalistic. They really are super socialist who have brought themselves to this point of disaster. And then with the migrant crisis, with the influx of all of the immigrants who have flooded the nations like France and Belgium and Germany and Sweden. And then, of course, the financial structure that broke, busted, and disgusted the nations of Spain, Portugal, Greece. I mean, are you serious? Italy. I mean, they can't sustain the retirement programs they set up by letting people retire at 50. So all of a sudden, all the tax burden fell on the backs of the British and the Germans. And the British said, we've had enough. It's killing us. The Germans are stuck with a huge load. This thing is in trouble, and they're going to turn to the world governing body to bail them out. And there comes your new world order. All right? It's in the works. Believe me, it's in the works. In America, it's called Obamacare. It's going to break our back. And oh, by the way, for all you critics out there who tortured, threw darts at me over doing the video about Obamacare and the microchip that's in the original bill that was signed on March the 23rd, 2010. And of course, on March the 23rd, 2013, the microchip system was supposed to be implemented. But of course, they went back in and they revised the bill, pushing the date back to December 31st of this year. Well, guess what? The House failed to get rid of Obamacare. They didn't do it. They said they would. They didn't do it. Paul Ryan, all of them, they didn't do it. John McCain, everybody fought it. So guess what? Obamacare is still the law of the land. And that means the microchip system is still in play. And we're getting closer. We're getting closer to December 31st. So if they can't fix Obamacare, or if they don't replace it, do they implement it all the way? I'll leave that with you. Let's wait and see. I hope not. But it's still in play. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. Do not miss tonight, Sunday Night Live. It's going to be very prophetic. That I'll tell you. Very prophetic. I'll see you tonight. 7 p.m. Eastern at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com.